As promised, I'm going to be showing how to make a pom with a pom maker. You definitely want to make sure you have some sharp scissors, because when you cut through the yarn, once you get it all on here, you definitely want some sharp scissors. So I'm going to be using white yarn, and this is a medium size pom maker. Okay, so basically to start, you have 4 of these curves. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. I will wrap around all the way on here, snip it, put it down in here, then I will wrap around on here, snip it, and put it in here together, and then I will cut and then open it up and tie the yarn all the way around it. So now let's put that into play. So here we go. Starting with the first side, I'm going to take this yarn and just kind of hold it to the side. You don't want a really long tail. Now, you kind of want to hold these evenly together. You see these 2 tail fin things here? Okay, so you kind of want to hold it even, nice and firm. Not too firm that you break it. It is plastic. Well, mine is. Okay, and so you're going to wrap it evenly all the way around from one side to another. Remember, just kind of, if it gets a little uneven down here, just make sure you keep those even together. And just keep wrapping it. Now, what you don't want to do is, you see this here? You don't want to let that yarn pass. You want to keep it underneath these lips here on both sides. Don't let it get over on that, because you lose control of your pom. But you definitely want to make sure that you get all the way up there to the edge, because you want a nice, even, smooth pom. And going over to the other side. And again, all the way up to the lip, but to make sure not to go over the edge there. And try to make sure that you just wrap it as evenly as possible. So as you see, it's starting to get filled up, and I've got on each side, try to get on the end there without spilling over. You don't want to spill over the lip here. Now what you want to do is you want to fill this center part of the donut up to come as close as possible to where it's like flat. See what I'm saying? So just want to make sure that it's evenly distributed across. It's a little thin over here on this end, so I'm going to wrap back around over there to this end without going over the lip. See how I just kind of turn it a little bit and get right up on that edge there. Now all I have to do is fill it up in the middle. I'm going to work my way back to the middle. Whoop. Okay, so that's pretty full. I mean, you can go a little bit fuller, just to show you the side. It's pretty close. I mean, you could fill it in even a little bit more there, but for purposes of doing this for tutorial. So now I'm going to snip it and shut it. Not too long of a tail. Just going to put that over to the side and then put it down. Okay. Hold that, always keep it held snugly together. Now we do the next side, starting the same way. Remember to keep this down over here. Just coming around, not too long of a tail, and basically doing exactly the same thing. And I will be back when I get that done. Okay, I've got it filled up pretty evenly as the other side. Nothing flowing over there. So I'm going to take that up here, give it a snip, close this. Okay. Now, holding this firmly together, you're going to do, take these two little tails over here, same side. See how they ended up on the same side? Now, fun part is going to, using sharp scissors, just going to trim up. Whoop. Make sure that you're holding it firmly together. Don't let it come loose. I don't know how. There we go. Right down the middle. And again, the thicker your yarn is on this, obviously the sharper your scissors need to be. Whoop, don't let it come apart. A little bit tricky. You can go down this way. There you go. Going down. Get that little edge there. Okay, now just kind of, even if you have to get a little bit at a time. I don't have the best scissors, so please bear with. And anyways, you can usually trim these once you get the pom done. You give it a little trim so that it's nice and even after you get it done. So don't worry if it's not exactly even, because you're going to be touching it up when you get done with it. So I'm going to pause this till I get this done. So I've got one side done. Okay, I'm going to work on the other side, kind of going down to get that very bottom down there, and then I'll turn it. Make sure you keep it, hold it together nice and tight. Don't let anything slip. And work up the next side. Just make sure you go right into the center. Make sure you're going into the center. I'll pause this. Okay, now that I have both sides trimmed, just make sure there's nothing remaining. Okay, now you're going to take a piece of yarn, probably about 20 inches long. Make sure you're not using old yarn that's brittle. Sometimes people use leftover yarn because you don't want it to break. I'm going to wrap this on right down in the middle there. Just going to take it, work it into the center there. Okay. Just pull it gently to the middle till you feel it coming together in the center. There. Now, I'm going to bring it over here. Go ahead and secure it. Then I'm going to take it down. Whoop, and then bring it, just flip it over and come back up. And you're almost ready to pull this apart. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and secure it another time. And 2 should be sufficient, but if you feel more comfortable doing 3, that's fine. Okay, and now just bring these 2 sides together. So now you just take it apart. You're going to push it down nice and secure, and then you're going to open it up gently. See that? You're going to open the arms up, and you're going to set the pom sides free. Nice and gentle, still holding the center together, just in case there's something not quite secured. Okay, hold on to this. Now you're going to take the center part out. Dun, 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 dun. Don't worry if it's not perfectly even, because you're going to give it a haircut and make it however you want it to be. And there is your pom. And keep that to darn it into whatever you're going to do. And just trim it. And that is how you make a pom with the pom makers. And just give it a little trim to your perfection desires. That's a medium size, good size pom. Thank you for watching. And I also do giveaways. Check out my giveaway playlist, PayPal, Robux, retail gift cards such as Hobby Lobby or Walmart. If you're not interested in that. I have playlists on my channel. I have crafts. I'll be starting a tutorial playlist soon, because I do have some tutorials in my craft playlist. I have pour paintings and crafts, and that's where I have my tutorials at. And then I have a craft playlist where a whole bunch of people have done tutorials, if you're interested. I've tried to collect the best tutorials that I have found that are old, new. There you go. Thank you for watching.